What the hell?
Anybody there?
Just hang up on him. Just hang up on him.
I've done it. I cannot help you at this time. Please contact me again. Thank you.
What's up, everybody out there in the Twitch and the YouTube land?
What's going on, everybody?
That was a special guest, Henry. Our shortest ever guest ever. Henry, we love you, buddy.
Shoutouts to Henry.
Shoutouts to Henry. Henry gets a partial bro of the week because it's Henry, and we love him.
He gets the Henry bro of the week. He gets himself.
That was awesome. Thank you for that, Chris. That was amazing. All right.
Oh my god.
Who are we? What are we doing?
Welcome to Clock to Draw, everybody. Your Cards in Hand show all about Weiss Schwartz. I am Sound the Bomb,
No,
and we are your hosts
I can't figure this out.
for tonight.
I have no idea where I'm at.
You're down. You're like
Just
down
make it up as you
here.
go.
We got Chris, the sis, because he's a sissy,
Yep.
and Droll the Troll, and Just in Time for Justin.
Nope. You're down
What's
here. I
up?
always forget.
I'm so happy that Justin's on the show tonight again. He
Yeah,
will be
last
on
minute
here.
thing, wasn't it, Song?
Yeah, it was. I messaged him. I was like, bro, we need. Yeah, you will. I mean, he's not going to fill up the 4th spot completely, but he will be on here quite often. Probably every time we don't
A
have
lot.
him together.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. So,
Right.
Get used to seeing his face. If you don't like it, too bad.
yeah, he's
Find
pretty
your face.
important to the show now. So you guys need to just calm down. Everyone, calm down.
Justin, can I pet you? I want
Go
to
for
pet
it.
your hair.
Dude,
man.
don't do that to him. Leave him.
Why?
Leave him. You're embarrassing.
Dude,
the
last
guy.
time you said that to
Why?
me, you got that
Actually-
escalated too? I got
actually-
pregnant, okay?
Actually, I've got a really eccentric younger brother who does that to me. He is 18 years old. He pets my hair, and it weirds me out at times, but
So you're saying maybe?
I'm saying I don't really give a shit.
You heard it here
You
first,
just
guys.
let him do it. You
Hey.
let him do it at the same time. You're just like.
Look, you guys heard it. We have it recorded. When there's a court order that I have to stay away from him, you guys heard. He gave me permission to do it.
What are you trying to say, Joel?
That doesn't mean
it's
okay,
null and
whatever.
void. I don't know.
Yeah, dude, all about Weiss Schwartz. All about Weiss Schwartz
And hair.
and hair. For those
And
of you
hair.
two
And hair.
who are were hanging on the or the Webernets today, the Cards in Hand channel and the Level Up Games channel, the shop we play at, we're streaming double Weiss today. So
I want to talk
Yeah.
about that for a little bit, actually.
okay, yeah.
I
So
actually do want
let's
to talk
start
about
out
it
with
for a little bit.
yeah. Let's get into that. Anyone got any
Sure.
news? I don't think there's really a lot of news out there.
Uh,
except for-
Really?
The best news that
Well-
ever possibly could have happened in my life right now. The Angel
What?
Beats English set is all of the Angel Beats. It's not just the extra
Oh,
boosters.
so it's not just that. No, two
Nope.
extra.
Yeah.
It's 50 cards from the base set plus both extra boosters. That's phenomenal because I've been wanting to buy more Angel Beats, but I just can't really find them for like the right price anymore.
I will be buying that
Oh,
set.
absolutely. I don't have enough, so
Are-
there we go.
Are
I'm
they
gonna buy
including
those.
Are they including the Angel Beat stuff from the Cood set? The Cood
Yeah,
Yes,
it's just
yep.
without Cood.
Yep. So
All
it's,
right.
so it's all 50 of the base cards from the base set, and then both extra boosters in the same. It's like
So it's just- yeah, it's just-
117.
It's just one booster.
Isn't,
They just made it one booster.
isn't Japan getting a reprint of the Angel Beats cards as well?
Yes.
They are, which means that you can actually get the Otanashi promo. Excellent.
I was gonna
Nice.
say this makes me happy because I was looking at finishing and my Angel Beats deck, so I.
The last
actually
card I
wanna do
need
it
is
now.
the Otanashi promo, but I really don't want to shell out $35 for it. So
I was gonna say it's not like a $30 card. It's ridiculous.
yeah, if you
Oh.
can find it.
Oh, so,
Right.
so now I'm getting like a little bit of a conflicting report, but I don't know, whatever. But that's the news that I read. So
Yes, we do need more Persona support. Agreed.
That's
I think
another
we heard
thing.
about it. So
Yeah. Anyway, I'm looking forward to that because I will then be, I'll jump on the Angel Beats train all of a sudden.
Right, yeah, right.
It's Angel Beats.
So who's got?
That's what got
So
me
I mean,
into it.
that's the bit of news, right? I mean, that's pretty sick. Like,
Yeah.
I'm excited for that. I'm definitely be buying that. Justin, are you gonna buy that, or do you have it in Japanese?
I already have Angel Beats in Japanese. I'll finish it up in Japanese.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
And you know
that
what?
reprint.
If you're right, if there's a
I don't
reprint, then maybe I will just do that instead.
Like
it's gonna be no. They've announced it. They announced it a while
Okay,
ago.
then maybe I will. Maybe I'll just because I already
I
have a
will-
bunch of cards.
I will buy it in English just because I don't
Yeah.
have any. So it's
Yeah.
like, you know.
Anything to begin with.
I appreciate the idea of English cards, but the market is way too expensive for them.
Hang on, I gotta put something on here. It's in here. Who said that? Rakikaze. Why or what do we pronounce Vice as? I pronounce it as Vice because that's how they do it in Japan. So
I say white shorts. So
yeah, it could be gay.
White shorts.
white shorts.
How do you say it, Justin?
Depends on who I'm with because some people are more anal about it. Like
Yeah.
I generally call it Weiss Schwartz or Weiss Schwartz. Mainly those two. I switch in between depending on who I'm with.
I say Vice because that's how they say it in Japan.
Well, I say Weiss too more often than not, but like I've heard some people call it Weiss, and it just drives me
It
nuts.
doesn't matter. Like if it doesn't affect how you play or who you're playing with, then it shouldn't.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what? Just call it the waifu trading card game. That's what I call it.
Waifu trading card game? That's probably the best name for it I've heard so far.
Right, the waifu trading card game.
Yep.
If you're playing Japan, if you're playing English, it's Sword Art Online, the trading card game.
Right? Yes.
Speaking of which, we have news on that front. There's our
Soon,
local news.
soon to be the new Love Live trading card game. Bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, I'm sorry, but the SAO fanboys are gonna still play SAO. You can't see it because there's that awful glare, but yeah.
No, all the
SAO
people who
definitely
don't have
rock.
SAO here in our locals are gonna buy Love Live in English. So it's gonna be super funny.
This
Right.
is why I don't like the
flipped
English game. This is why I don't like the English game because this is like a $25 card in America.
That's not even the shiny one. Where's my shiny one?
I know this is like an $18 card in Japan. It's like what the hell?
Yeah.
It's another $7.
I will find this card for you.
Oh, what's up?
It's intense.
That's intense, bro. That's sick. Intensity in 10 cities
Yeah.
right now.
The
Dude,
intensity
freaking-
intensifies.
Dude, Justin, you got any reports, man? Like, did you play anything? Did you pull anything good?
Well,
You got for me
considering there's no seal product here, I didn't pull anything good, but I bought some product on Yuyute.
Ooh, what's
Oh,
up?
what are you building?
Okay, so I decided to buy and build 2 troll decks. One deck is really
Yes!
bad. They're both troll decks. One's really bad, but I don't care. It's the Persona Execution deck because I love Persona 3. One of my
Yeah,
favorite games of all
Persona!
time. So I am playing the Execution deck now. So if you wonder where the 3 they had in stock went, it's because I bought them out of stock.
Yeah, I was actually wondering. I was waiting for Persona 3
Okay.
cards a while ago. I'm like,
now,
okay, they have like 3 of these
Chris,
things.
I will tell you the next thing, but you have to promise not to come through the screen and fucking destroy me. Are you ready
It's
for
okay.
this?
I set
No.
my team of assassins after you.
I
now.
got him. I'll hold him back for you, Justin. Go.
Chris, okay.
No,
They
stay.
actually got 4 of the Yukiko that changes into the level 3 Yukiko in stock, and I bought them out of stock.
Oh, that was you. It's okay. I got mine anyways.
That's funny.
Oh,
Yeah,
you-
yeah, that's right. Because you were
yeah,
ordering
that
this
was
stuff
me.
too.
So the 2 decks I built now are Execution for trolling people. My version of that deck is god awful. It doesn't even play the Risei, but I don't care. It's just meant for fun. And then I built the Yukiko fan deck because the Yukiko fan / Yukata deck looked really fun to play. So
That's cool.
Yeah, dude.
Are you
Like,
wait?
he was like-
Whoa!
He's like, I bought all the
No,
Yukikos.
no.
It's okay, I got mine.
Are you sleeving a Pokemon deck on the Weiss show, dude?
Yeah, dude.
Come on, man. Come on.
Kick him off right now.
I'm
Come on.
just gonna drop call.
I'm shuffling cards too.
Weiss cards.
Yeah, dude.
The
Weiss
Loser
cards.
cards.
Yeah, the waifu cards. Come on, yo.
Yeah, shiny waifu cards.
We all know that Woozer
Yeah,
is
well,
tier
promo.
1 waifu right there.
Dude, Wooster is OG legit.
Is that a Bossmaster card in there, Sam?
No.
What are you even doing? Nice. I see the Woozer. Awesome.
Nato needs some more support.
Love
Yeah, she
Wooster.
does.
Yeah.
Nato does need some more support. I agree.
All right.
Freaking,
Did anyone else get anything good this week?
I didn't. I bought 3 when the order that we went in with Chris. I bought 3 level 3 shoes because they were on clearance on Yute. Mainly because I'm kind of a shoe fanboy. I love Oma Shoe. He's such a
Oh.
badass.
I just got new
Like-
shoes. They're really nice actually. What
Okay,
kind of shoes
anyways.
did you get?
Shoelaces, bro.
Oh yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Bought 3
yeah.
shoelaces.
Yeah, nice, dude. Nice.
But that's all
I got more
got.
Sengoku. That's what I ordered. More Sengoku.
Oh, I just saw whoever posted that in the chat. Persona Execution is legit. You are awesome for thinking that.
I love when chat room is nice.
Well, everyone loves Persona. If you hate Persona, I will find you.
See,
Dude,
now
Persona
this makes me
is
want to.
amazing.
This makes me actually want to play the game and beat it, because I'm not even that far at all.
I will lend you Persona 4 the Golden if you want to play that.
Dude, Persona
I don't have
4
a
is
Vita.
amazing. I've
I love them
honestly,
both. People compare them both all the time. I love them both. They're both great.
you know, people compare them both, and I'm not gonna lie. Like, I just got around to almost finishing Persona 4. I'm literally on the last dungeon.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest with you. I think I connected with the story and the characters. Like, I like the characters more in Persona 4, but the story to number 3 I think was better. I was more emotionally invested.
Sure.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Persona 4 is much more lighthearted. It's much easier.
Yeah,
Much easier to comprehend and stuff like that. But they're both really good. I love them both.
yeah.
I play Persona 4 so much. I have a max stats is a 90.
Nice.
Everything is 99.
That's awesome.
That's really sad, actually. No,
Yeah,
no,
well, it is because that Persona sucks. But
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, what did you buy this week?
he looks like a badass. So.
I bought half a U tape.
Basically. Actually. How many cards did you buy just
Like
for no reason?
260 something cards.
Just for no reason too, right? Like they
yeah,
would just be
140 of
cards.
them are for no reason.
Legit. Okay then.
Yeah.
So as far as like
So-
reports, man, what did we?
Oh
play
well,
tonight?
I guess one report we can talk about is the double team Weiss that
Yep.
that you guys
Yeah,
came
sure.
up with. That I never
Wow.
played until you guys came up with it.
Who, now, Chris,
But
it
you guys
was
should
who came
explain
up with it,
it,
Chris? It was two.
Coup and Shy, I believe,
Okay.
the person originated this.
Now,
And
I'm
we played it for the
sure-
first time
I'm
a
sure-
long while ago.
Right, and I'm sure that there has to be other communities that play a version of this, right?
Oh, I'm sure, but we're like the
We're the
We're the
ones
one
around
too.
our area that do it.
yeah, we're the ones who want to play it the most in our community.
Yep.
So
And tonight we actually did a tournament. This was like a test tournament, right? Where it was
Yeah.
just tag team.
Angel
What?
Beats. So
Angel
strong.
Beats took it, of course, because why not? It was super fun though. So
It was.
so basically how it works is you have two teams of two, and it's like a tag team match, kind of. But so it would be like Sam and I versus Chris and Justin on there. So if whoever rolls the high roll, whatever.
If
So,
I went first,
yeah, so let's
then
say Chris
Joel would
goes
go.
first, so it goes in an N shape. So we go Chris,
Then Joel
me,
would go,
Justin,
then
Sam.
Justin would go,
Yep.
and then Sam would go.
Yep.
And then each of us could only attack once until I get the song.
Yep.
And which he can attack as many times as he wants because he's the final player.
Right. And so it goes up to level 5, and so Sam and I would share level but not color. Right?
Yeah.
And also we can
And we won't
get-
share
we can give it-
experience either.
Right,
No, you do
experience
not
does
share
not
experience.
share because that would be a little broke.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But so I could take damage for Sam. He
Yeah.
can take it for me strategically. We can
And then you
also
can share stock.
Yep, so I can also give him stock if he needs it, and he can give me stock if he needs it. It is super fun, but it's frustrating playing with the decks that we have because it is completely not built for this game type.
You completely have to build it
Yep.
like with that in mind, which
Yep.
is pretty cool.
Absolutely.
I think.
So like we were thinking about it, and it's like Sam, say you and I are obviously going to be on a team, bro, right? I'll build full support. You know what I mean? A lot of
You have to
stock
build a
building, full
deck.
support.
Like for example, like Sam or Joel would build a deck that either can go through his deck, mill through his deck extremely quickly, so it cancels really well.
Yep.
Or have like a deck if you be the support, which either he builds stock and takes damage and then heals it all.
Yep.
Or if you be offense, in which case you pay out a massive payout of stock and then use it to kill your opponent.
Right.
Which
It's-
we're gonna have to
for
ban. We're gonna have to ban one card from that, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's the Decapo card
Yep.
playing in the Creek the event. You can draw 2 and put 2 on top of your deck. We have to ban that because you can just attach 2 climaxes on top and then
Yeah.
you're set.
Right.
But it is a hell of a lot of fun, even with because like I
It
said,
is.
our decks are not made for it right now. They're made for one-on-one matches. But even with that, it's super fun. So if we just
Yeah.
refine it a little bit more, it's only going to get better. If you want to check that
Sounds
out,
like a lot of fun.
it actually will be up. We're gonna cut it up and put it on YouTube. If you guys want to actually see how it works, if you don't know how it works.
Yeah, and we're gonna commentate on what's happening and stuff like that too. So
Yeah.
expect that early next week.
Yeah, dude, that'd be sick. Yeah, that's really fun. Hopefully, we can even VC match,
Yeah.
or Skype match some of you guys with that. Like, I'd love that.
That would be
Um,
interesting.
That'd be pretty cool. And for a upcoming Cards in Hand contest, that might be,
Okay.
like
Yeah, I
so.
like that.
Something to keep in mind.
For sure. Yeah. No, it was super fun, and for actually doing a tournament for it, That worked out really well. And it was a super high energy tournament too.
Yeah, we're all freaking
People
out.
were like freaking out, and they canceled the last. I looked over to watch. Who was it? Was it Josh? No, whoever was playing the noise deck.
Yeah, it was Josh.
It was Josh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cancels the last damage, right? And it's just like everyone's going, oh, it was super intense. It was super fun though. A lot of laughs. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was super funny.
Yep. No, that was
And,
really
like we were
good.
the last match to finish, and everyone's crowded around. And then they got Yuri Cannon.
Yep. Oh, that was amazing. See,
That was
like
the best.
Like I said, if you want to go check it out, I would look in the next couple days on the Cards in Hand YouTube.
So we can explain what's happening and stuff.
Yeah,
But
then we'll
if you want to check it out early,
Yep.
go ahead and look in the archives.
Yeah. Definitely spread this around. If it looks fun, if it sounds fun, try it out. I guarantee you'll have fun. Spread it around. We want to get this going because that's a really fun game type. That's why
It's
Magic
super
is
fun.
still a fun thing to play. You can play it a couple different ways, and that's actually officially recognized. So, yeah. Yep. That's all I got to talk about on that subject. Anyone else want to talk about anything at all?
I think we can move on to our main topic.
Oh man.
Our main topic is. So the other night we were talking about it. I don't remember how it came up. I explained this to Justin pre-show. Well, Joel and Chris kind of got into it because they were talking about luck versus skill. That's not how it started. It's not like, oh, let's talk
It
about
wasn't
luck
even
versus
really an
skill.
argument, really.
It
we were just making points.
It started because for whatever reason, last week I couldn't cancel anything. I couldn't roll higher than like a 3 on my dice no matter what I did. It was just it's like a really off week to me. And I said it in such a way that it sounded like I was blaming luck. So it did become a luck versus skill thing a little bit, but not really. Like it wasn't supposed to be.
It wasn't really an
The
argument.
conversation-
I just kind of said my spiel about what I thought. So
Sure.
The conversation didn't start that way. It wasn't like, yeah, let's talk about luck versus skill really quick because Joel sucks at canceling. You know, it's like
it was just kind of like, hey,
Yeah, so
it was kind of like you fucked up, like
right.
Yeah.
So we were kind of talking about. It kind of got into this area where it was like, how much control do you actually have, right, over whether you cancel or don't? I was always under the impression that what you can brainstorm. You can keep track of what's in your stock, get stuff out of your hand. That's as much as you can do, but there's still going to be those times where they clump and there's nothing you can do about it. And Chris, you said, go ahead.
Oh yeah, my point is that the idea of a card game, really of any card game, whether it be Weiss, Vanguard, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, even poker, card games like that, is that you want to minimize the amount of luck that's involved. You want to be able to make sure that you can get the cards that you need and be able to win.
Yep.
And so there's so many different ways in Weiss at least in order to set that up. I know a lot of card games don't have too much search mechanics or the ability to grab cards from your graveyard, wager, and whatever, drop zone, and add those back. Not very many games have it, but Weiss does. And because we have that, it makes it much easier to set up your winning combos, your ability to climax and cancel damage, your ability to top deck the cards that you need. It makes it so much easier.
Yep. And I've been watching chat when you said that, and I missed who said it, but they said, you could brainstorm, flip over 3 climaxes. Boom, exactly. So that basically negates why you were brainstorming in the first place then.
Well, it depends on what you were brainstorming before, though. I mean, it's all situational.
Well, exactly.
Justin, can you go grab me some popcorn, bro?
No. We're not going to fight on the show here, but...
No. I'm just kidding.
I got a little heated the other day, I'm not going to lie. Because it felt like no matter what, I'm just a bad player, right? That's what it felt like.
Yeah, but then here's another point I decided, kind of point out too, is that a lot of times it's placebo, and a lot of times it's your mental attitude which causes you to feel like you're never winning, you're never canceling damage, you're getting cards that you need.
That I understand. Because it is,
where it's not really luck, it's just your attitude going into things.
Yeah, when you think you suck, you don't pay attention to the times when you don't suck.
Yeah, and then you completely overlook the times that you do well. So, I mean...
Right. I gotta wear my tie.
Yeah, if you don't cancel, you're a bad player. Completely agree.
I gotta wear my tie that I got from Loot Crate, by the
If you don't cancel, you're gonna have a bad time.
And you do.
Let me make it China real simple here.
Right. Go ahead, Justin.
What's your take on it?
Honestly, I have a different opinion on it. I mean, based on what you said, everybody's their own worst critic. So of course you're gonna beat yourself up, even if it's something that's out of your control. It is just a human thing to do.
Right.
But that aside, I do feel that Weiss takes a lot of skill, more than people give it credit for. Yeah, you gotta cancel, and I understand that. But the amount of skill it takes to manage your resources and to influence how you cancel, I think is phenomenal.
Yeah.
If you ever get into playing a series like Zero no Tsukaima that is basically nothing but brainstorms, or a series like my Fairy Tale deck that puts a lot of cards in memory, you know that you can manipulate your deck in such a way that you increase the number of climaxes in your deck, or at least you try to as much as possible. Part of the reason why I picked up Fairy Tale, aside from the fact that I liked it, was the fact that it was like a memory-based deck.
Sure.
And there's an ongoing joke around here about me I suck at canceling because I just have really bad luck. I told you about my box pulls, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna defy the fates, and if my deck's not gonna let me cancel with cards in it, I'm gonna take cards out of my deck, and then my deck will have no choice but to let me cancel. So, basically, I don't know if that's sarcasm or not in the chat about Zero no Tsukaima taking skill or not, but the series does take a lot of skill.
Every series takes skill.
Yeah.
Except Shauna.
I mean, if you're playing a solid Persona 3, like if you're playing a solid Persona 3 deck, like okay, sure, you can. Yeah, that deck takes skill, but regardless, I think there of course is luck in any card game, but I do think that this game does take skill, and I think that you can actually improve at this game by continually playing it and by studying what you can do to influence your decisions. I know a lot of players, like for example, one big misplay I consistently see is, especially with English players, is the
playing
Sword Art
SAO?
Online. Playing SAO,
obviously,
basically, but playing SAO. There's an Asana that gets markers for each card it reverses, and that card is a phenomenal card. But I've seen English players just stack and stack and stack and stack and stack markers underneath it. And while that's wonderful, it gets incredibly powerful. At some point, it doesn't need to be that strong. And sooner or later, you start to put climaxes underneath there, and that's where understanding of the game comes into effect. So you'll notice, or at least when I play SAO, what I do is I use that marker Asana, and I'm not afraid to go to 5 or 6 markers, but I consistently use the searching Kiritos to look through my deck. I always have tabs on how many climaxes are in my deck, in my stock.
Right.
Always keeping these mental notes because I'm trying to influence both the cards in my hand, the climaxes in hand, the climaxes in stock, and the climaxes remaining in deck. I'm trying to make sure that they're all there on the next deck refresh. So there's times when I brainstormed the top 24 cards of my Zero no Tsukaima deck just so I could purposely refresh and get climaxes back in there. Even if the brainstorm held no value, the value of canceling to me was greater than the value of not having climaxes. So I do believe there is a lot of skill involved in the game. I think people like to blame it on luck because that's the easy thing to do. But you know, that and there are elitist Magic players who will tell you that nothing but Magic has skill. So
well, the thing is too, and I think Justin kind of hit a good point there, is I used to be a big Pokemon player, and there's so much decision making in Pokemon, and half of the time when you look through your deck to search for something was to search for what you needed, and the other half of the time was spent seeing what was in your deck because you have prize cards over here.
Sure.
You know, like, and that's the thing about Weiss Schwarz is a little easier to get around that is because it's stock, you can spend it, salvage it, you know. But with Pokemon, you don't get access to these unless you played in my day and you played Azalp and time walked and then looked through them and switched a card. But that was the only thing that let you do that. Other than that, you don't have access to these. You just don't. And Team Rocket's Sneak Attack way back in the day, where if you played it, the remainder of the game they're face up.
Right.
But other than that, you do not have access to those. So, I mean, like Justin said, searching through your deck and seeing what's in there and keeping tabs is very important. But now here's where I'm going to kind of lean towards the Joel side of the scale.
Lean this way, buddy. Lean this way.
Is that, you know, not every deck is the same mechanically, so your decisions have to be different.
True.
So, Rakikaze posted Pokemon draw speed is crazy. It actually is crazy. Back in the day, it used to be. Nowadays, I'm seeing that it's not so much. Because most of your draw cards are supporters. But anyway, Weiss Schwartz is a little easier because you have the clock to draw mechanic, and the stock mechanic is you have access to those. You can get them out of there.
Do you know how many card games I play now where I just go, God, I wish I could clock to draw right now? Like I played Magic today, and I was like, oh, I can't do it, can I? I was like,
no, I saw
clock.
it.
Yeah, you were there. I was like, I want a clock so bad.
And then when you played Weiss, and then you're like, I don't have any lands.
Like I drew an opening hand in Weiss, and I was like, oh, this is a shitty hand. I have no mana. I gotta stop mixing these. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
I mean, aside from the obvious keeping tabs on climaxes, I think that, people will say, like, healing takes no skill. I think part of the reason why decks heal so much, especially if you look at a series that, for example, most English SAO play six or 7 heals. You'll notice that Zero Tsukaima, they play 6 heals, 7 heals consistently on turn 2, or not turn 2, but at level 2. And I think, if you don't climax, you naturally try to heal as much as possible. And I do think there's skill in that, especially with, like, the biggest instance I give of this is when I give my Zero Tsukaima deck to a player, they'll play the deck, and, they kind of have an idea, but I'll see them continually clock it at level 2. And while clocking for drawing cards is fine, there's also a point when you need to realize that clocking to draw, honestly, isn't very beneficial. And for a deck like Zero no Tsukaima that has incredible control over its waiting room and cards in hand, you don't need to clock. There's no point in taking that extra 1 damage. That extra 1 damage will inevitably add up as something you can't deal with. I mean, if you start your turn and you have, a healer in hand that you can play, clock draw 2, play the healer, and then heal the 1 damage. Get your free cards. But if you don't need to clock yourself, there's really no point. And I think a lot of players have trouble realizing.
Yeah, if you're not gonna play, if you're not gonna drop any cards in your turn, then there's no point in clocking.
Right.
Exactly. I think a lot of players have trouble realizing not only when to clock and draw, but also when to slow down their attacks as well. Because I mean, I've seen players rush people from level 0 to level 1 in 1 turn.
Yep.
On their first turn, and I think that is a very foolish thing to do. And I've gotten all sorts of, like, weird remarks for it in Vegas, like, well, I'm trying to win the game, I'm trying to get them to level 4.
Right.
I then proceed to drop my level 1 Asuna, feast on their level 0s for 3 turns, because I won't push them to level 1, and then I'm forever out of their range.
Sure.
So, there's a lot of strategy in this game, I think, more than people give it credit for. Yeah, there's a considerable amount of luck, too, but, I mean, all card games, you have to expect that when you play one.
Right.
So you can influence the luck, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah,
I mean,
skill in
influence.
card games doesn't necessarily mean that you win every game. It's just that skill in card
You know
games
how to
is blurring the
control
line
stuff.
between luck and then skill. You're blurring the line between what is chance and what you created.
Yeah. That's
Okay,
true. But
what I'm saying is that not every deck, and okay, so I just actually in my head just now I just countered my own point. But like,
okay, man.
I was gonna say not every deck mechanically is the same, but then I said you can attribute that to your skill in deck building.
Yeah,
so
then
like,
you can choose. You can make it so that you can make those things happen regardless.
Right. Yeah. So I mean,
Like
but
if you
then
don't
another thing
brainstorms,
too is that
then you play more defensively. You do more defensive things. You can do other things to set up for the fact that you can't brainstorm the cards.
right, but not every set has a brainstorm either. Like
Yeah,
Milky
that's
Holmes
it.
didn't until just
You know-
recently.
right.
See, the
But
thing
it
is
does.
like it doesn't even have to rely on brainstorming or healing. Like there's something in the chat who said all heals are bad now, except execution. While they're I don't agree with that. I don't think heals are bad. They're not effective as effective as they used to be, but that doesn't make them bad. Many heals are attached to cards that will change. Any cards that'll change from level 2 to level 3 and heal on play. Like, yeah, maybe you don't get to heal, but the fact that you're still playing cards that are 1 level ahead of your opponent, that in and of itself is still an advantage. Still something to merit playing the card. Even if you don't get to heal, yeah, that sucks, but
Right.
I like to look at Weiss in a sense that when I play this game, I like to be 1 level behind my opponent, but always playing 1 level ahead of my opponent. That's how I look at this game, and that's how I play it. So
That's actually a pretty
frequently-
good way to look at it too. I like that.
So frequently, I try to be, at level 1 when they're at level 3, or just starting level 2 when they're at level 3, or I will hang around the zero game. I'll try to get through the zero game as quick as possible and try to hang around level 1 a lot. So frequently, and there are times when I get pushed ahead of my opponent by a level and a half and whatnot, and it happens, but I still think keeping that mentality of I want to stay behind my opponent in terms of level, but I want to play a level ahead of them, and to do that, I'm going to either take level 1s or level 2s that are very abusable, such as Marker Asana, or any kind of change card.
Yep.
Even if it's the most derpy change card, there's a really derpy change card in Cood that's level 1, and it changes into a 9K vanilla. And while that's nothing special, you got to remember, if you're doing that at level 1, you're putting out something with 10 or 9,000 power. After you factor in boosting, that's like 9,500, assuming you don't have a counter in hand. Your opponent's not going to have an easy time dealing with that at level 1, and it's going to push your opponent to level 2 quickly. And even when they get to level 2, they've still got to play their cards out, whereas you've already got yours online.
Sure.
So they're still playing catch-up. And even if they do catch up, they're already halfway through level 2 or 3/4 through level 2.
Right.
And it won't be,
I was just
very
saying,
much to push them into 3.
Also, if you rush them to level 2, they probably don't have that much stock, right, to actually be able to handle it. Because like level 2 is really where you start using your stock a lot. So
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few series. There's a few series that can skate around that. Like Sword Art Online has a 3,500 event counter. Yeah, they can get around that. They can compete with your level 2s.
Yep.
Very easily, but but keeping that mentality, I think, is very strong. Which is why, like, for example, Xenoskaima's Suicider is really strong because it's a level 0, but it can kill cost 0 cards.
Yep.
So you can actually deal with level 1s while you're at level 0.
Sure.
So you can actually afford to push your opponent to level 1 because you want to build up stock, and then you can still harass them even more with your zeros before you get to level 1. So things like that. At least that's how I approach the game. I don't know if that's, a good way to approach it or not, but it seems to work for me.
Sure.
For sure. Well said, brother.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, it's just, I guess it became a discussion at all because Weiss is such a, the variables in Weiss are just so, the kind of card game it is, not just like the mechanics, I'm just saying like, mechanics, the cards, the way you play it, everything plays into a discussion into anything. You know what I mean? Like, any discussion about Weiss Schwartz can go so many ways, because I see so many people in chat right now even talking back and forth.
Exactly.
And I see so many people on the Weiss forum community just going back and forth about stuff. Like, if there's a different opinion, it's like, like, how do you know? Like, it's...
Chris had you post, he's looking to buy 4 cards, and that turned into an
those 4
argument.
Yukikos, right?
That turned into an argument.
No one actually had the Yukikos, but they're all talking about how many they would play.
You should never run 4, always run 3. No, never run 3, always run 4.
Does anyone actually have them?
I know, right? And that was funny, because at the end, Sam was like, so, does anyone have them? Like,
yeah, like,
hear,
it got
this
to
little
a point,
quiet voice in the corner.
Yeah, it got to a point where they kept going, and then, I was like, so, do you run 3 or 4? I'm gonna go ask them. And then in parentheses, I put walking backwards slowly. Because I was just like...
Yep.
Right. Regardless of that, if you play 1, 2, 3, or 4, or none, you still have to have them to play them, so...
Right.
Yeah. See, like, I like, my whole point at the time, and Chris, you've actually countered this now, too, but... Like, the whole thing that I was kind of, like, getting on about was like, what if you shuffle, and this is not gonna happen this way, but it could. All 8 air climaxes the bottom 8 cards. You can brainstorm all day. You're still gonna take a ton of damage before you get to that.
But then you'll cancel everything else. So
maybe. Well, yeah, but see,
it also depends on the brainstorm because some
like you can not cancel early
the character.
But if you don't cancel until level 2, that's fine because then you're at level 2 and you have time to build some advantage for level 3.
But if
then you're canceling.
But if my 8 climaxes are the bottom 8 cards, I'm gonna be further than level 2.
But how many times has that happened?
Well, no, I know, but
hypothetically speaking.
Hypothetically speaking, how many times has it happened? Stuff like that
happened to me once.
Exactly. Against Sam.
3 years that I played. It's happened to me once.
Against Sam too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
In the 3 years though.
He spanked
once in 3 years, I'll take those odds. Right. I will take those odds any day.
Like I said, that's not gonna happen really. But
you can play Vanguard if you want and get grades like 50% of your games.
No. Situations like that though, not necessarily saying that all 8 are gonna be at the bottom, but when I mean, if that happens, it happens. And it's like,
If it
Right.
happens,
But-
it happens. Then don't like you can go blaming luck, but it really doesn't matter.
no,
Like,
I know. But the counter you told me,
Yeah.
exactly. That's MP just said it. You search your deck and then you reshuffle.
Sure, yeah.
And I was like, but then my thing was that's a good point and that would work. But that would work better if you knew for a fact your bottom 8 cards were climaxes. What if they weren't? What if the next 3 were? Right? And then you just shuffle your deck. It's like,
well,
shit.
then it just happens. It happens.
Right.
It happens. Like,
And-
don't be getting super salty
Well,
about
no,
it. Like,
no.
stuff happens.
But that was the level of luck that I was talking about, where it's like, if you don't know how your deck is laid, you could, by thinking I'll be smart and reshuffle my deck, you could actually screw yourself over even more.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's just the thing. It's that factor in the card gaming that you can never get around.
Well,
you can never
but then
fully
that's
control.
your choice. That's your choice as a player.
Right.
You
You have to
make
know
that-
when
you take
best
that
to make
risk.
the choice to do what.
Yeah, you take that risk, and then that's where your skill comes in.
Yep.
You evaluate your situation, your opponent's situation.
Yeah.
Then you make your choice from there.
Justin, what were you saying, man?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think it's less of a thing about canceling and climaxes. While that is very important,
Mhm.
I think part of it is advantage and knowing what advantage is and how it works in this game. Advantage in this game, I believe, works differently than in other games. I mean, and Magic the Gathering, advantage is pretty easy to define,
Mhm.
but in this game, advantage comes in numerous ways. I mean, there's hand advantage, stock advantage, field advantage, level advantage, that kind of thing. And I think knowing where your strongest sense of advantage is or where you currently hold position
Mhm.
is key. My friend and I were playing a game the other day, and we got into this big argument about basically he was playing with a changer, and he didn't know he could discard the copy of the card he's changing into and then change into that
yeah.
card. And it seemed pretty powerful, and I told him it honestly wasn't, and there was a confusion as well as when the beginning of the climax stuff happened. He was trying to initially play a climax to give him stock and then use the stock to change at the beginning of the climax step.
Mhm.
And we got into this big discussion about advantage, and he goes, well, the game's over then. And I said, well, not really. I mean, we're still early on in the game. And he goes, there's no point. I can't do what I wanted to do. And I said that really what it amounts to is, well, I'm ahead. He had more. I was behind in damage.
Mhm.
He put me at level 2 already, and he was still at level 1 or
Mhm.
something like that. And I had said, well, you have a level advantage over me right now, and I have massive field presence over you. And I was explaining to him how that interaction works. I said, you basically need to understand how to balance and capitalize on what advantage you're going for, because it didn't seem like he had an idea.
Mhm.
And
Right.
I was explaining to him about, like, for example, hand advantage. You can have hand advantage over your opponent pretty easily, but if you have hand advantage over the opponent, you're probably going to be lacking on the field a little bit. If you're committing to the field, that's wonderful if you have that field presence, but you're probably lacking cards in hand.
Mhm.
So,
TM.
and I was, exactly, and I explained to him why I had a Makarov booster in my Urza deck, because the Urza deck is pretty much solid Urza. And we also got into this discussion of, Urza is a very interesting deck because, well, actually not interesting. It's a very vanilla deck. It plays these big things, it hits you for big numbers, and that's all it does. And
Right.
if you're able to stop it from committing to the field, then, the deck is kind of just keels over and dies. So the point of the Makarov is to generate hand advantage, and I was explaining how the advantage is key to your game plan, and knowing which advantages you have and capitalizing on those. You
Mhm.
won't always have stock advantage or hand advantage or
Sure.
field advantage. You need to determine which of the 3 you have and capitalize on that and form your game plan around that idea and around that concept, because if you don't, I think it leads to some very loose play.
Sure.
Right.
So,
It's one,
You know,
it's one of
like
those
I said-
things where you can like trace back your failure to like one
Pretty
move.
much.
It's like, man, I
pretty
shouldn't.
much. So,
I shouldn't have paid that 3 stock to bring my character back, Chris. I did that
Yeah,
one
But
time,
you win.
and my entire game, as soon as it ended, it was because of that. It's like
Every time he's done paid through the encore against me,
Yep.
he's lost.
sometimes I do it just
So,
for
you
fun
know,
now.
I mean, climaxing aside, I think that if people learned what advantage was and how to capitalize on it, I think people would be more successful in their games. And I think I analyzed the game so much because I played Magic the Gathering at a high level
Mhm.
for such a long time, and now it's just something I do.
Right.
In fact, I was playing Marvel Legendary earlier today, and I was analyzing how I could chain combos together, and I like to say I essentially built the Storm deck of Marvel Legendary, where I basically went through my entire deck like 2.5 times in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, learning how to analyze a game and abuse its mechanics and abuse the advantage you can gain from its mechanics, I think is key. If you want to win, that is. If you're interested in winning. I mean, you know, there's going to be those people who just, you know, want to throw down their favorite waifu and turn all the cards sideways, and that's a wonderful way to play, and I perfectly endorse that. In fact, I do that all the time with Urza.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, if you're interested in winning, definitely look into advantage, and there's been tons of articles written in history about card advantage, which can be applied to any game, including Weiss, and understanding how that works. You're going to have to form it into Weiss because it's such a different card game, but, you know, I was actually thinking about doing articles at some point or another for this game, you know, discussing some of the in-depth strategy and the in-depth relations that this game has and how you can, you know, build advantage and how you can capitalize on that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And we will support those articles.
Yeah, dude. For sure. Write them up, man. Right on.
I'm in the middle of midterms right now, so the past 4 days has just been nothing but cramming, and I taught myself an entire subject in 4 hours.
It's the only way it's the only way to do college, man.
Only way to do it.
Yes, psychology. I learned half of psychology in 4 hours.
Hey, man.
It took everybody else 9 weeks. Took me 4 hours.
Here, I'm gonna learn psychology right now, Sam. Tell me how you feel right now.
So, have you ever taken a dump, rolled it in the shape of a pretzel, stuck in your oven at 350 degrees for 17 minutes, and fed it to a friend?
Have you?
What?
Justin's like, what?
Have you?
He talked way too fast. I couldn't even understand him.
Have you taken a dump?
Rolled it into the shape of a pretzel.
Wait, time out.
Stuck it into the oven at 350 degrees, and baked it for 17 minutes, and then fed it to a friend.
I have no conscious recollection of doing this event.
I
Okay,
just
so
saw.
unconsciously did it.
I just
Alright,
saw
what?
in chat, Maki waifu.
Oh.
Shout out to you, my friend.
Shout out, dude. He's banging your waifu.
No, we can share, man. It's fine. Dude, you know that these characters, they're not real people.
They're all bots.
I suppose
they're all bots. The entire chat is bots. That's what it amounts to. We made up the bots to make ourselves feel better because nobody watches our podcast.
Yeah, dude. Wow, way to throw that out there. Thanks, man.
Yukata anything is phenomenal, especially Yukata Yukiko. She's OP. And by OP, I mean she likes to burn the world.
So I think, Joel, maybe now, do you think that you feel a little bit different about it, or
no? Well,
no.
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, I don't know.
Maybe you feel a little more enlightened about it, but still feel
right.
Because you know what, I had that terrible luck today too.
Well, it is what it is. You blame whatever you want to blame for it. Your cards didn't stack up in the right way for the right time.
I mean,
and you didn't know how to respond to that, or you didn't have the ability to respond to it.
Right, and that's the thing too, is that it's any card game. I think if I had to say one was more than the other, then Vanguard is.
Yeah.
You know, like. But the thing is about Vanguard is that the triggers in Vanguard are a little more game changing than the ones in Weiss. But in my opinion, everyone calm down.
Well, see, the thing is I play Vanguard. Well, not extensively as I used to, but I played Vanguard at a high level for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And the game, while it's fun, the biggest flaw I see in the game is once you get behind in Vanguard, you almost have no chance of catching back up. Whereas in Weiss, like, okay, if you don't play anything for the first 2 or 3 turns, yeah, it sucks. You're going to be taking a lot of damage to the face, but games of Weiss are going to last longer than 3 turns.
Yep. As
opposed to Vanguard, where you go crit, double crit, you're dead.
Pretty much.
I played 12 crit Solus, Oracle Think Tank, and that happens all the time. And people get so salty because of it, but, Vanguard to me, it's a fun game, but I don't like the fact that once you're behind, you're pretty much doomed.
Right.
Yep. There's no catching up. I can't tell you how many games of Weiss I played where you get clocked up instantly and then it still ends at level 3. It just happens.
Pretty much.
It's a thing. Or at least it doesn't end right away. Unless you're Chris, then that happened the one time. But the one time, you're fine. You beat me all the time, Chris. Whatever.
No, I thought it was super funny. So
I think part of the reason why this is the case for Vanguard compared to Weiss, they're both Bushy Road games, of course, but
Yeah.
I think part of the reason is because the Weiss equivalent of the heal trigger in Vanguard is your climax, and your climaxes get shuffled back in after you run out of cards.
Sure.
In Vanguard, you get 4 heal triggers. Once you've used them, once you've either activated them or played them or drawn them, they're pretty much done unless they have an effect that shuffles them back into the deck. But if you're doing that, then you're getting -1 card advantage and hoping for heal that you might not even see.
Right.
Right.
So, you lose very important shield value in that game when you do that. So it's that game, as much as I have enjoyed it, I think with the recent cards becoming so powerful, I think more and more it begins to lean on the side of luck as opposed to skill. And at the beginning, there was luck and skill, but now I think it's slowly leaning more towards luck with each new release because, stupid stuff that have been happening in that game just really killed my enjoyment of it.
Yep.
Right. I can't.
are you telling me if I beat kids with heal triggers, I can win Vanguard?
Pretty much.
If you were allowed to play more than 4 heal triggers, it might be a
That would
completely
be pretty
different game.
stupid. That would be
Well, no, because then everybody would just play 12 heals.
Yeah.
Right.
Sam,
Or 16
Sam,
heals.
do you remember back in the
Nobody
day
would
when,
play.
when we were fresh and new, and we thought there was no limit to the number of climax cards you could run?
We also thought there was no limits to how many times you could clock to draw, like in the beginning of the year.
We would just clock. Yeah, no,
And we
I was
thought there was
like,
no hand limit. We thought there was no hand limit, so we'd be like,
there was one time when I was like,
play these.
dude, I'm just gonna build a deck with like 34 climaxes in it, right?
Oh, yes.
Oh, those were the good old days. That was a while ago, man. That was funny. We were just like sitting in your kitchen on the table, just being
Yeah.
like, "Oh, we totally know how to play this game."
Man, we're so good at this game, it
I
hurts.
know, right? But one thing I wanted to mention was now no one laughed, Chris, but I was playing against a buddy of mine, Jesse. Yeah, he doesn't play that
See
often.
that right there? Stop it. I'm laughing.
Well, I don't tell you
That's
stuff,
what I'm talking
Chris. But I was playing against my buddy, and he has really good luck, right?
Joel, you have friends?
I was playing against a customer. Fine, Chris. Anyway, he rushed the shit out of me. There was nothing I could do. I was not canceling shit. He got me up to like level 2 when he was level 0. And then I had to go. Like I had to go do like a magic tournament or something. So I was like, Corey, the other guy that works there, I'm like, Corey, take over for me. Just lose whatever.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
he comes back and wins. I was like, and I wish I would have seen it because I wanted to be like, how in the hell did you do that? He's like, I'm just good. It's like, no, tell me actually how that went down. And I want to know. I want to know what happened.
Corey
to lead
is
up to
just the
that.
champion.
He's such a jerk. Like,
But see, like that's what I was saying. Like, you could be. Games can end up turning completely.
right.
It's just how your cards are sitting in your deck. There was the right combination of cards sitting in the right possible way.
Right.
And
then Corey.
Well, yeah, and Corey has never even played the deck before. He had no idea mechanically how it worked. So
We still to this day. We still have no idea how he won.
Nope. Because did any of us see it?
No, I was back there with you, remember? And I pointed out 5 minutes later, like,
Yeah.
hey, they're still playing, like.
It's a thing. It happens. It's whatever. That was pretty funny though. I was like, good job, dude. And he was like, yeah, whatever. It's just, I'm good at the game. I'm like, shut up, dude. You don't even play the game, jackass.
So I do want to.
What does chat mean, Ushio? I'm sorry, I'm reading the chat about Clanad.
Mhm.
What does it mean Ushio Loop doesn't exist? Ushio Loop exists. By the way, if you're truly really bad at Weiss, if you've determined after playing the game for more than a week that you just can't cancel and that you'll never be good at the game, but you still want to get free wins, what you do is you buy Clanad, and every player who's ever seen Clanad will give you the win for fields. I'm just saying. Like, if you want to...
Ushio, I can't kill you.
Just like I did with Shauna.
Like you've got your A tier, your God tier, your B tier, your C tier, your D tier, your waifu tier, the low waifu, opponent waifus tier, and then you have the feels tier, which is Clanad.
I haven't seen Clanad, and I really want to watch it. They took it off Netflix.
It's
I think
phenomenal.
only,
Watch it.
I think only the movie's like on there now or something, though. or the after story or whatever.
Mm.
And it's like I don't want to watch that. Like I want to watch. But I'll find it on some website, I'm sure.
Oh,
But,
I'm sorry. I have to mention that, some polls today, and it's not mine. But one of the guys who just started playing Weiss, he played like his third game today. I was teaching him. He bought 2 trial decks today. He bought a Fate Zero one, which I cannot believe we still had a couple of those on the shelf. They like found them in a basement. But there was 2 Fate Zeros. He bought one, and then he bought Bakemono trial deck English. He pulled 2 signs, one out of each one. I was like, oh, whatever, dude.
Yeah, and then Corey didn't notice the sign, the Bakemono, like, it was such a non-shoot card.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, dude, there's a sign here.
Yeah.
Actually, not only that, but those are 2 really good trial decks too. Honestly, like especially Bake. Bake's a really good trial deck.
Is it
I like
really?
Fate. Bake, it comes with gates.
Oh, like Love Live.
It comes with
Wait.
two gates.
I want
Like,
to say
I
Love
always
Live,
tell
but I'm
people-
not sure.
You should buy the Decap 10th anniversary trial deck. It comes with 4. And
I always tell people-
I bought that.
If you're like really hardcore into like competitive play and don't care about the series and you really want to get into the tournament scene,
Mhm.
start with 2 Bake trial decks because they'll get 4 gates.
Yeah.
And then the Fate Zero deck is actually pretty good just because the level 3 is actually decent. It heals and it
Yeah.
gets bigger on your turn.
Yep, it's a
And it comes
1,000
with level
on each
booster.
turn, yeah. That's true.
Yeah, and it comes with level boost, so level
Right.
boost is good.
I gotta give my bro of the week right now. Sam, is this like a joint bro of the week that we're giving to them?
as the MVP, you mean?
Well, oh yeah, I'm sorry, wrong show. MVP this week.
Who are you giving yours to?
Who are you giving yours to?
Ku and Shy.
Yeah, exactly. Ku and Shy,
Oh, okay.
man. That's why I said it's like a joint thing, because obviously we're both giving it to him.
They beat the one guy who none of us can beat today because he plays Great Vessel Shauna. And when they beat him, they jumped
You know
out of their
what's funny?
seats.
What's funny is that he put that in just for today. He usually doesn't run it.
Oh, it was
That's-
It was a good
He
way. It
usually
was
uses
fun.
he shouldn't even usually. So he usually uses like Path to Walk Together Yuji. That's what he usually uses.
Yep. So it was 2 Angel Beats versus Shauna and what did Lindsay play? Miku?
I don't
Dog
remember.
Days? I don't know.
Dog Days.
I don't know what she was playing, but oh man, we all stopped our games to look over because we heard like the excitement growing all of a sudden.
Yeah, I like wait till I'm like hi.
And oh man, Ku is just he's crazy anyway, you know.
The guy's not.
Right, yeah.
So as soon as it was just yeah, and everyone's
Ah!
like, so they won the tournament
Hey, Chad.
tonight. Dual Angel Beats. Go ahead, man.
Hey, chat, can you do me a favor? So, I see so many people the Hitagi SP. Do me a favor. I know Hitagi's a stupidly expensive card in the English game. What's the SP worth? I want to know. Hitagi's like a $45 card as a non-SP. Like, as a regular Hitagi's like
side's worth
45.
120,000 yen. So.
Are you serious?
Yeah, but I want to know what the English version's worth because the English non-sign's worth like $45.
Yeah,
No,
no one buys Bakemono.
Except
It's funny,
you.
I've opened 4 boxes and pulled 4 of them. So.
Nice.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, sell them, man. You don't even play that deck anymore.
No, I don't.
About 135. Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
I was on Core TCG back when I was buying singles to finish up my Fairy Tale deck because I pulled shit in my boxes.
Right.
They had one single for Sword Art, not Fairy Tale. I'm sorry, Sword Art. It was like a $200 sign, and I was flabbergasted. I was
that?
like, it's $200 Sword Art online sign.
What?
The level 3 Hitagi, is it the girl who met with the crab?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like I'm seeing ones for $199.
Yeah, well,
See?
those will never sell. Those will never sell.
No.
I can't tell if this guy's just being a jackass or like an eBay jackass or.
Well, see, the Sword Art Online card sold on Core TCG. That's what I don't get. Somebody actually bought a sign for $200 because it was in stock, and I went back and then it was out of stock. Some fanboy spent $200 on a sign that he could have got from Japan for like half the price.
Jeez. I'm gonna start posting my
This is
stuff
why-
on there.
See.
This is why I don't play the English game and follow it that much because it's incredibly
Yep.
inflated.
Yeah, they always
Incredibly
inflate prices.
For sure.
Okay, so yeah, that guy just must be being a jerk because even on Hobby Store Shockwave, where they overprice stuff, it's only
Yeah.
158.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing
I would
maybe
say I would put it in the range between 120 and 140. That's what I put in.
I would say 120, 140. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Now that he mentions it, the chat mentions Silica. It was the Brainstorm Silica, wasn't it? The $200 sign. I think it was Brainstorm Silica.
Wow.
Which honestly, almost no Sword Art Online deck even runs that. Mine runs it as a 2-up, and I don't even really use it.
Really, you can buy like 4 of those in Japan for the same price.
That's what I'm saying. Is it? I don't even really use that Silica. Like I've got it in there just in case I ever need a Brainstorm, but I almost never use it.
Right.
So to think that somebody spent $200 on one copy.
I picked up my Shockwave.
I remember getting my boxes of SAO in. I was really hoping I would pull the Silica because I wanted to sell it to English players who overvalued it.
You know.
I was like, I want my boxes to be paid for.
With no, Emphy, I did not sell the Love Live sign I pulled. But on that note, it might be time to overprice some Love Live cards in English when they come out. That will be the new hype train. No, you know what? Actually, I think Love Live is going to be... Here, well.
It's only hype in our area, apparently.
Hold on. Yeah, because everyone's going to buy Love Live now, you jerks. Anyway.
Those life boys.
The thing is, SAO2 comes out around the same time, so...
Yeah.
I think SAO2 is going to overshadow Angel Beats and Love Live by far.
Yeah, you might be right.
Yeah.
There was a spike in the Asana that searches your deck with the Climax combo with the Wind Trigger. That card went from like $10 to like 15 or 16. So there was a spike in that card's price. I imagine the fanboys are just all over that like white on rice.
I just
Which
watched
is funny because I
keep like white on rice.
Well, it's funny because I keep telling people that I don't even see what the Sword Art Online deck needs. Like I've talked about this on Pojo numerous times. The only thing I want for my Sword Art Online deck, because I've already got a 100% complete one, I might want a few more gates because I'm still going to play the Climax combo. It's too good not to play.
Right.
I can't think of what they could print that would be better than that. And I want level 1 bombs. And I don't think we're going to get them because that makes SAO just dumb.
Right.
So what else could they print that could make the series better? The series has everything it needs. Right. Besides a Kirito that doesn't suck.
Dude, you know what?
I'm two good Kiritos.
I'm actually... And, God, I'm super psyched to see what they bring for SAO2. I know, Chris, you don't give a shit about it. You're done with SAO.
I'm only psyched because if they put Pants Trigger in there,
which they are,
I'm a dual wield user all fucking day.
I'm like, I really want to see what they throw in there. And you know what? Huh?
I said you're gonna build a level 3 Kirito deck, right? That keeps double.
I already have it built.
He just needs the pants. But like,
salvage the climaxes.
I just watched SAO again on Netflix because it's on Netflix now. And God, I really love that show. I really love that series a lot.
I can't wait for Phantom Bullet, dude. Oh my god. Dude, so Asian Aussie was like, best part is I immediately resold Hatagi for so much money. And then the comment right after is Terabang, and he's like, you monster.
Oh, man.
Yeah, SAO does need some stronger level 2s, but they honestly, like, even if they don't get them, they're not at a big loss because their level 1s are still dumb. Super good.
See, I'm seeing a bunch of chat just being like, SAO is awesome. Yeah, it is. Stop talking crap about it.
That's what I'm saying. Super boring.
That's what I'm saying is that SAO is super awesome. Why does it need another set? It's already awesome. It had its 15 minutes. Well, cash-in is what I'm calling it.
It is cash-in because SAO Volume 2, or Series 2, whatever you want to call it, 2 is coming out.
But see, the booster set doesn't even incorporate those cards. It's all stuff from the first.
I know, but then
here's the thing
extra
too,
booster for what is it?
A lot of people are gonna buy it because now Kirito has a signed card too. So it's like,
there you go.
Yeah, Kirito fanboys.
Yep. Dude, Kirito waifu tier
for anybody,
all the way.
Sorry to interrupt this, but I about exploded after I heard about the Kirito sign. I just want to mention this real quick. For anybody who doesn't know this, there will be an Oberon sign. If you pull him, I would feel bad for you. Yeah. Who wants an Oberon signed?
I will buy 50 Oberon signs.
They did such a good job. Such a good job making you hate that guy.
Yep.
Like, I wanted to go in the screen, bend him over, butt fuck him, and then just beat the crap out of him.
You said that on the show.
Okay.
Sorry.
Has everybody seen Sword Art Online the anime?
Don't spoil anything though for anyone who hasn't.
Well, I'm not going to spoil something from the anime so much as it's something from the light novels that's hinted at the anime, but they never actually go into it in the anime.
Okay.
So, actually, it's supposedly, I think, from what I've been told, Asuna is actually raped by Oberon in the light novels.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me then.
So yeah, so they kind of
Wait,
hinted in the
Wait,
anime.
in the game or in
Asuna.
real life?
In the game.
Okay. Okay. Even still, I mean,
Which
I'm not
in the
saying
game,
that it's
what?
better.
You can kind of make all sorts of like jokes about mindfuck now,
Right. I think
yeah.
so.
Wait,
He just said that like in the light novels, it's hinted at that Asuna was raped by Oberon in Alpha.
No. That it actually happened
Oh, it
in
actually
the light
did.
novels.
Oh.
From what I've been told, it was hinted at in the anime.
Well, that makes the
And
ending
so-
even better then.
Yeah, because I really hate Oberon. So if you pull a sign, I would feel bad for you because that sign would just be a.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't even know if I'd
Chat's
want
saying
it.
you're wrong.
Am I wrong? I don't know. This is something that I heard from a friend who claimed to have read
I
them.
don't know,
So
I'd like to read them, but Sam, if you had to choose your most hated villain, would it be Oberon or the kid from Excel World, who I can never remember his name?
Oh, his name was
I can never remember it. I feel
Douche McGee, right?
Yeah, Douche McGee, exactly.
Oh god, I forgot. I remember we keep forgetting.
I
Joel
never
one time
remember
was like, Joel was like, his name was like Kunta Kinte or something like that.
Wow, that's
My-
I never ever said that, but
Yeah,
I
you
think
did.
his name's Psalm.
most
Why the hell did I
hated
make that up?
villain. How about Ragio?
Oh,
Like-
Ragio Kyrian? Yeah, dude.
Yes,
She's
she's
a
like- yeah, she is like, oh my god, she's such a
she's
douche. Jesus
she's the
Christ.
biggest hoe.
I won't ruin anything for anybody who hasn't seen it yet. Kill la Kill is what we're talking about.
Mhm.
But there's a reason that she becomes the biggest frigging. Oh my god, I despise her.
Hi, Calvin.
damn it, Kelvin. All right,
Right.
I think we should go.
His name is Nomi Seiji, by the way.
Okay, that kid.
Now,
Whoa.
okay, so I did talk about this last week that I was going to give this away. It's Nemu from Da Capo.
Mhm.
Not a lot of people commented on the YouTube channel, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to close my eyes, do like this on the chat thing, and see who gets it.
Are you for real with this right now? What if they don't want it?
Wow, that's really mean.
I didn't say I didn't want it. So what if they don't?
No one likes Da Capo? I'll draw something else then.
Draw Kirito and Oberon.
Let the fanfiction begin.
All right, you guys talk about something, and people comment right now. Go.
Well, it's gonna be like 30
You know what? I'll
seconds.
just open
but
the viewers list.
yeah,
I'll
just
open
do
the
that.
viewers
Just
list.
do
Yeah,
that.
what the
Just do
hell?
that. Just do it. Someone's getting something.
Everyone knows that Oberon is true skill, okay? Like, when you play Oberon, like, in my sports, you win. It's like Exodia, but that's cool. And it's not even more gay.
Would you stop? Just pick one. Damn.
Who wants to talk about murder? Yay!
Terumang.
Terramang, you're getting that.
You're getting the D.
That's what it
You're
is.
getting the
I
D.
mean, Nemu.
You're getting some. You're
Just
getting some
trying to-
Dude,
Dude, Oberon's the hottest girl.
Okay, if Oberon is best girl, then Silica's best lolly.
Terumang, if you don't want it, I will be giving it to Mr.
From
Lionsol
SAO.
because he was like,
Origin shot.
Yeah, I want to play the music. That's our. That's
oh, wait
our
a second, wait a second.
Sam used Origin Shot. It's super
If- if-
effective.
One hit KO.
Alright. Oh, so who won? I'm sorry. Where's your name, man?
Terramang.
Terramang.
He said Mr. Lionsol can have it.
There you go. Mr.
You didn't want
Lionsol,
it.
you get it. By the way, where's Brian Lyon? I want to. You know what? No, screw it. My MVP, bro of the week, bro of the year, bro of the month goes to Brian.
No. Do not, guys. Do not take that idea about fan fiction. I was joking about seriously. Please do not. No Kirito X
Do it,
Oberon,
do it.
please.
Yeah, yeah.
This world
it,
does
run
not
with
need
it.
that.
Run
The
with
world's
it.
got enough bad fan fiction. No, we already got official fan fiction for SAO in 16.5. Do we really need fan fiction with Oberon and Kirito?
Yes.
Like seriously?
Yeah, dude.
We're gonna pollute the world. You're okay
World
with
number
polluting the
34, dude.
world.
Anyway, I want to say Brian
Rule
Lyon.
34.
I don't know if you watch this live or if you watch it on YouTube or whatever. Brian, I want to hang out with you, man. Let's just hang out. Let's all hang out. No, seriously. Go look at this dude's picture on Facebook. He looks like the coolest person in the world to hang out with. Plus, he always,
Brian.
yeah, dude. Plus, he always posts awesome pictures for us. It's hilarious. Bro, I just want to hang out, man. Let's chill. Damn. Alright, let's get the heck out of here, guys.
We've taken the apocalypse.
We have taken way too much of these people's time.
We have.
Chris, you want to say goodbye or anything?
Shut up!
Hello! You should call Henry really quick. Call Henry while we're saying goodbye.
You want me to?
Yeah, please do. Put him on speaker right away. Justin, what you got for us, man? You want to say goodbye to anybody?
I'm gonna say goodbye to Orion because I'm about to see him in 5 minutes.
Nice. 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 Wait, here comes Henry. Listen. Pause the music.
You gotta pick up.
I gotta pause the music. Please pick up, Henry. Henry, pick up the damn phone.
I wanna hear those voicemails though, actually. Don't pick up.
Everybody in chat, leave Henry a voicemail. Probably sleeping.
See what his voicemails.
Actually, he's sleeping, I think. Damn it.
I laughed if you woke him up.
Oh, get out of here.
Aw, no.
Get out of here, whatever. Alright, Sam.
Is that rumor about Bible Black still going around? Are people still
Yeah, it is, unfortunately.
He made a huge joke about
Whoever did that, whoever did that on Pojo was the biggest fucking troll.
Yeah, that's where
Yeah.
I got my info from.
Oh my god.
Yeah. What are you doing, Sam? Hello?
Yes? What? I'm sorry, what? I call who? Yes, yes, I know. You called about computer problem, right? Well, you give me social security number, I fixed that. for you,
Okay,
okay?
I'm done.
We're done.
Oh, we're done. Henry, we love you, buddy.
Okay. Bye, have a great time.
Alright, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Of course, we love every single one of you. Not in a weird way, though. In like the kind of like, in like the bro way. You know?
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. We appreciate it. Hopefully you learned something today about my ramblings on strategy. Maybe think... No, shut up, Chris. That's bullshit and you know it. That's bullshit and you know it.
Be sexy and you know it.
I feel like that's Chris's, like, that's all of our catchphrases for Chris.
Wait,
Shut up, Chris.
Mr. Lionsoul is requesting a pose from me.
Yeah, the origin shot.
he's doing Gus from Psych. Holy God.
Joel the Troll fanfiction, make it.
Write it. I'll read every bit of it. I'll even act some of it up. Oh, I always love the end of the show because we can just kind of be stupid. Well, we're stupid anyway.
We're
but
always stupid.
thank you. Anyway, guys, this has been another fantastic episode of Clock to Draw. Hopefully you like us and you watch us because we like when you watch. That sounded weird. Yeah, strike that. Strike that.
We like when you watch.
Oh, guys, we do this show every single week on Sunday nights.
I like watching you sleeping.
That's okay. Every single week,
Okay.
Sunday nights at 11 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. If you subscribe to us on the Twitch, which I'll put up right now. If I have
Okay,
the right one.
one last thing. Zero No Tsukaima isn't really skill max, but I'm just saying that it does take some skill to play. Like,
This just in, Justin is stupid 24/7. Thanks, chat.
I am
That's your buddy.
I am very stupid 24/7.
Alright, guys, go ahead and follow us on twitch.tv/cardsinhand, and then you will get notifications when we go live for our Thursday. Sorry, we're not even on here right now. You'll get notifications when we go live for our Thursday and Sunday night show. You can also follow us on facebook.com/cardsinhandmn. That's where we all hang out every week. And you can go to youtube.com/cardsinhandmn if you missed anything. And also be on the lookout for YouTube exclusive content we're putting out very soon. Also follow us on the Twitters at cardsinhandmn, of course. saw him post.
And also, you know, for other card gamers too, you know, go follow the level up games and you know.
Yeah, actually, if you want to start watching some matches, probably every Sunday we're going to stream some Weiss matches. Go to what is it? Twitch.tv/levelupgamesmn.
Yeah.
In fact, if you're watching the stream, I'm actually there doing it. That's my job. One of my jobs.
And
there, so,
I actually, and we're actually gonna start streaming some matches with Justin too, hopefully.
Yep.
So when he back at his computer, like he's not at home right now, but his computer setup at home is probably way better, or his set is way better. So hopefully we'll be able to start streaming some matches with him soon. So that'll be awesome because I want to play against ZNT.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
like,
It's gonna be an awesome showdown.
It's pretty good. I just need to buy a camera. Like that's the only thing I'm missing.
for sure,
Go
dude.
on eBay and buy
No, go on Amazon
the
and buy the one I
Logitech
bought.
C16
Yep.
for like $25.
Or just buy the one I have for 60.
60.
Anyway, we talked about that show. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Come check us out next week. We love you.
Use protection.
Always use. Just okay. Bye.
He's protecting
Damn it,
for the
Chris.
card.
Oh, that was
He's
so
talking about oversleeves, guys.
yeah, dude.